All right, listen up. You future kings and queens of your own damn empire. It's Jordan Belfort. And I'm not here to talk about the roar of the crowd, the clinking of champagne glasses, or the endless chatter of the marketplace. No, no, no. Today we're diving into something far more potent, something most people run from, something that if mastered will give you an unfair advantage in every single aspect of your life. Silence. You heard me. Silence. In a world screaming for your attention, a world filled with constant notifications, endless opinions, and the maddening clamor of mediocrity, the true power, the real strength, the unstoppable force lies in the deliberate, strategic cultivation of quiet. Most people are addicted to noise. They fill every waking moment with distractions, the TV, the phone, the gossip, the endless scrolling. They drown out their own thoughts, their own intuition, their own damn genius, because they're terrified of what they might find in the quiet. They're running from themselves. But you, if you're still listening, you're different. You're ready to stop being a victim of the external chaos and start being the architect of an inner fortress. You're ready to harness a power so profound, it will make your competitors tremble and your goals inevitable. This isn't just a video, this is your initiation into the silent art of war, the Wall Street instinct of focus, the wolf's blueprint for true unshakable strength. So shut out the world for a moment. Lean in, because by the end of this, you won't just hear silence, you'll feel its power. You'll understand why the loudest victories are often forged in the quietest moments. Let's get to work. Silence isn't sit weakness. It sits the ultimate power. Let me hammer this home right now, because it's a truth that separates the lions from the lambs. Silence is not weakness. It is power, it is strength, it is everything they fear, and it is everything you are capable of becoming. Most people confuse noise with action, chatter with progress. They believe that if they're constantly talking, constantly reacting, constantly in motion, they're doing something they're wrong. They're just generating static. They're broadcasting their anxiety, their fear, their lack of a damn plan. And that's why they never get anywhere. Think about steel. Do you know how it's made? It's forged in fire, beaten into shape, cooled in silence. That's what you are. You're steel, strong, unbreakable, forged in the fires of your pain, tempered by the cold silence of your strength. When you choose silence, you are saying to the world, I am not swayed, I am not reactive, I am not controlled by your chaos. My strength comes from within. It's you saying, yes, I'm hurt. Yes, I'm angry, but I won't let you see that. I won't let you win. This isn't about being passive. This is about being strategic. This is about conserving your energy for what truly matters. When you're silent, you're observing, you're listening, you're thinking, you're strategizing. While everyone else is busy shouting, you're busy planning your next decisive move. Silence protects your energy. Every word you don't say, every argument you don't engage in, every piece of gossip you don't absorb, that's energy conserved. Energy that can be channeled into building, creating, and dominating. Silence cultivates presence. When you're not talking, you're truly present. You're absorbing information, reading between the lines, picking up on subtleties others miss. This gives you a massive advantage in any negotiation, any relationship, any deal. Silence builds anticipation. Did you ever notice how the most powerful people speak less, but when they do, everyone listens? That's because their words carry weight. They've learned the power of the pause, the impact of strategic quiet. So stop playing the game of constant reaction. Stop giving away your power to every notification, every opinion, every little piece of external noise. Reclaim your stillness, embrace your quiet, because in that silence you will find a power so profound it will shock those who underestimated you. It will make your presence undeniable. It will make your purpose unstoppable. And that, my friends, is where true dominance begins. Cutting through the static, master your inner and outer noise. Let's get real. The world is a cacophony. It's a damn jungle of distractions, a battlefield of competing voices, each one trying to steal your attention, to hijack your focus, to derail your mission. But here's the brutal truth. The loudest noise isn't outside you, it's inside you. That constant chatter of doubt, that whispering fear, that nagging voice of procrastination, that internal critic that tells you you're not good enough, not smart enough, not strong enough, that's the real enemy. And if you don't master that inner noise, the external world will simply amplify it and drive you into mediocrity. So the first step to mastering silence is to recognize the two types of noise that are actively trying to destroy your potential. External noise, the critics. Those who doubt you, who tell you your dreams are too big, who laugh at your ambition, they're loud, they're bitter, and their words are poison. Distractions, social media, endless news cycles, mindless entertainment, busy work that feels productive but leads nowhere. These are designed to keep you busy but unproductive. Negative environments, surroundings filled with gossip, pessimism, and low-energy individuals who drain your spirit. Internal noise, self-doubt, the fear that you're not capable, the nagging feeling that you'll fail. Overthinking, analyzing every tiny detail, getting stuck in analysis paralysis, never taking action. Past regrets / future anxieties, dwelling on what went wrong or worrying endlessly about what might go wrong. Impatience, the desire for instant gratification leading to frustration and quitting when results don't appear immediately. Now, how do you cut through this static? By deliberately choosing silence. For external noise, curate your environment. Silence your notifications. Unfollow accounts that drain you. Limit your exposure to negative news. Create physical spaces that are conducive to focus and calm. Develop a filter. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Not every argument deserves your energy. Learn to let irrelevant noise pass through you like water. Your time, your focus, your energy. These are finite resources. Guard them fiercely. Embrace the no, saying no to distractions is saying yes to your purpose. It's a powerful act of self-discipline. For internal noise, mindfulness / meditation. The wolf's pause. Take moments, even just 5-10 minutes, to sit in silence. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Let them pass. This practice strengthens your mental muscle, allowing you to choose what thoughts to engage with and which to let go. Journaling the inner audit. Write down your fears, your doubts, your scattered thoughts. Get them out of your head and onto paper. This externalizes them, making them less powerful and allowing you to analyze them objectively. Affirmations, the power statement. Replace negative self-talk with powerful affirmative statements. Repeat them daily with conviction until they become your new internal narrative. I am strong. I am focused. I am unstoppable. Focus on action. The fastest way to silence internal doubt is to take massive, decisive action. Movement creates momentum, and momentum drowns out the whispers of fear. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate all noise. That's impossible in this world. The goal is to develop the ability to choose what you listen to control your internal state, and to rise above the static so you can clearly hear the voice of your own damn purpose. That, my friends, is the true meaning of inner strength. The inner fortress, building unshakable mental resilience. If you want to dominate, if you want to bend reality to your will, then you need an inner fortress. You need a mindset so unshakable, so resilient that no external storm, no amount of noise, no level of pressure can penetrate it. And that fortress, my friends, is built in the deliberate quietude of your own damn mind. Most people are fragile. They're like houses of cards, collapsing at the first strong gust of wind, a negative comment, a setback, a piece of bad news. Their emotional state is dictated by external circumstances. They're reacting to life, not creating it. But a wolf, a true champion, they stand firm. They absorb the blows, they learn from the pain, and they emerge stronger. Why? because they've cultivated an inner sanctuary, a place of peace and strength that is immune to the chaos outside. This isn't about being emotionless, it's about being in control of your emotions. It's about training your mind to be your greatest ally, not your worst enemy, and you train it in silence. How do you build this inner fortress? Strategic isolation, the wolf's den. Regularly scheduled time for complete solitude. No phone, no internet, no distractions, just you and your thoughts. This is where you process, plan, and reconnect with your core purpose. This is where you learn to be comfortable with yourself, to face your fears and dissect them. Practical tip, start with 15 minutes a day. Build up to an hour. Go for a silent walk. Sit in a quiet room. Just be. Mindset rehearsal, the mental gym. Your mind is like a muscle. You train it in your moments of quiet. Visualize yourself achieving your goals. Rehearse success. See yourself overcoming challenges. Practice your responses to adversity. This isn't just daydreaming. It's proactive mental conditioning. Practical tip: before a big meeting or challenge, spend 5 minutes visualizing yourself confident, calm, and successful. Feel the emotions of victory. Controlling your narrative, the unwritten script, the story you tell yourself dictates your reality. Most people let fear and doubt write their script. In your moments of silence, consciously rewrite that script. Focus on your strengths, your past victories, your absolute certainty of success. Practical tip: identify your limiting beliefs, then create a counter statement for each. For example, if you think I'm not good enough, replace it with I am uniquely capable and relentless in my pursuit of mastery. Repeat these. Embracing discomfort, the forge. True strength isn't built in comfort. It's built when you face discomfort head on. Silence can be uncomfortable, especially if you're used to constant stimulation. Embrace that discomfort. It's a sign you're growing. It's the friction that hardens you. Practical tip: if you feel agitated in silence, acknowledge it, don't fight it, just observe it. This practice builds resilience. When you consistently cultivate this inner fortress, you become unshakable. External noise loses its power over you. Critics become background static. Setbacks become temporary detours. You develop a deep, unwavering confidence that doesn't come from external validation, but from an undeniable inner knowing. And that, my friends, is the mark of a true wolf. The art of strategic silence, winning without a sound. Let me tell you something that every master negotiator, every power player, every true wolf of Wall Street understands. Sometimes the most devastating move you can make is to say nothing at all. This isn't about being quiet because you have nothing to say. It's about strategic silence. It's about winning without a sound. Most people feel an unbearable urge to fill every conversational void, to respond immediately, to explain themselves endlessly. They're afraid of silence. They see it as awkward. They see it as a weakness, and that's why they lose. They give away their leverage, they reveal their hand, and they negotiate against themselves. But a master, a true wolf, they use silence as a weapon. The pause, the moment of truth in a negotiation, after you make your offer or after they make theirs, the most powerful thing you can do is to pause, let the silence hang heavy, let them feel the pressure. Most people will rush to fill that void, and in doing so, they'll reveal their fears, their concessions, their true bottom line. You, on the other hand, just listen. You observe, you wait, and often they'll give you exactly what you want just to break the silence. Practical tip: practice this in everyday conversations. After someone speaks, count to 3 in your head before responding. You'll be amazed at what they say next. The observation, the silent read. While others are busy talking, you're busy observing their body language, their tone, their subtle shifts. All of it screams volumes. Silence allows you to absorb these nonverbal cues, to read the room, to understand the true dynamics at play. This gives you an edge. Practical tip: in group settings, Resist the urge to speak immediately. Sit back, listen, observe, collect data. Then when you do speak, your words will carry more weight because they're informed. The unrevealed hand, the hidden card. You don't need to show all your cards. You don't need to explain every move. Sometimes your strength lies in your mystery, in the fact that your opponent doesn't quite know what you're thinking or what your next step will be. Silence can be an impenetrable shield. Practical tip: before revealing information, ask yourself, does this truly serve my objective, or am I just talking to fill space? The emotional containment, the stone face, in moments of pressure when someone tries to provoke you, insult you, or rattle your cage, the most powerful response is often no response at all. When you choose silence, you deny them the reaction they crave. You maintain your composure and you project an aura of impenetrable strength. They hit a wall and they back down. Practical tip: when facing criticism or negativity, take a deep breath. Instead of reacting, choose to remain calm and silent. Let their words hang in the air. Strategic silence isn't just about not talking, it's about active listening, keen observation, and unwavering self-control. It's a sign of confidence, a mark of true power. Because when you master the art of silence, you gain control, not just over your words, but over the entire damn situation. And that, my friends, is how you win without firing a single shot. Clarity from calm, the genesis of genius. Let me tell you something vital. In this frantic, hyper-connected world, most people are suffering from a chronic disease, mental fog. Their minds are cluttered, scattered, constantly bombarded by information overload. And in that fog, genius dies. Clarity evaporates. And big decisions become gambles, not calculated moves. But here's where silence becomes your superpower. Silence is the crucible where chaos is refined into clarity. It's the space where the noise fades and the voice of your own damn intuition, your own genius, finally gets a chance to speak. Think about it. When are your best ideas born? When you're frantically multitasking, when you're scrolling mindlessly, or when you're in the shower on a quiet walk, or in the stillness of the early morning. That's when the answers emerge. That's when the connections form. That's when the breakthroughs happen. The strategic pause, the mind sweep, before making a major decision, or when facing a complex problem, deliberately step away from the noise. Don't just think harder, think quieter. Remove yourself from distractions. Let your mind settle. This allows your subconscious to work, to connect disparate pieces of information, and to present you with solutions you wouldn't have found in the din. Practical tip: block out 15 minus 30 minutes for thinking time in your calendar. Use this time for deep thought, not for responding to emails. The brain dump, the clearing the deck. If your mind feels overwhelmed, grab a notebook and pen. Don't type. Write. Get every thought, every worry, every idea out of your head and onto paper. This act of externalizing clears your mental RAM, creating space for true insight. Practical tip: do this daily. It's like cleaning your mental desk. Focus learning, the deep dive. When you're learning a new skill or absorbing complex information, do it in silence. Turn off all notifications. Close all irrelevant tabs. Immerse yourself completely. This allows for deeper comprehension and retention. Your brain can only truly focus on one complex task at a time. Practical tip: dedicate specific blocks of time solely for learning, free from interruption. Intuitive insight, the inner compass, your gut feeling, that whisper of intuition. It gets drowned out by noise. In silence, you can tune into that inner compass. Often your intuition knows the answer long before your conscious mind can logically process it. Practical tip: when faced with a dilemma, quiet your mind and ask yourself, what's the right move? Then listen for the first answer that arises before logic or fear takes over. Clarity is not found in more information. It's found in less noise. It's not about consuming more. It's about filtering out what doesn't serve you. When you cultivate calm, your mind becomes a sharp instrument capable of piercing through complexity. seeing opportunities others miss, and making decisions with absolute conviction. That, my friends, is how you unleash your true genius and make massive moves with undeniable certainty. Disciplined focus, the silent path to domination. You want to dominate? You want to outpace your competition? You want to achieve goals that others only dream of? Then you need disciplined focus. And that kind of focus, the kind that moves mountains, is forged in silence. Most people's attention spans are shot. They flit from one task to another, one distraction to another, constantly switching context, never truly sinking their teeth into anything. They mistake busyness for productivity and constant motion for progress. They are constantly reacting, not creating. They are scatterbrained, and scatterbrained individuals always produce scattered results. But a wolf, a true professional, they know the power of the single-minded pursuit. They lock onto their target, and they do not waver until it's conquered. And that unwavering focus comes from the deliberate elimination of noise. Eliminate distractions, the kill switch. Identify your biggest distractions: social media, unnecessary meetings, notifications, casual interruptions, and then ruthlessly eliminate them during your peak focus times. Treat your attention like a precious commodity, because it is. Practical tip: use do not disturb modes. Close all unnecessary browser tabs. Inform colleagues when you need uninterrupted focus time. Single tasking, the laser beam. Resist the urge to multitask. It's a myth. Your brain doesn't actually do multiple things at once. It just switches rapidly between them, losing efficiency with each switch. Instead, pick one critical task and give it 100% of your undivided attention until it's done. Practical tip: use the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of focused work, 5-minute break, or simply block out larger chunks of time for deep work. Create sacred workspaces, the sanctuary. Design your environment to support focus. A clean, organized, quiet workspace reduces visual and auditory clutter, making it easier to concentrate. Remove anything that doesn't contribute to your current task. Practical tip: even if it's just a corner of a room, make it your dedicated focus zone. Keep it tidy and free from distractions. Mental rehearsal, the pre-game. Before starting a task, take a moment of silence to mentally prepare. Visualize yourself completing the task successfully. Mentally walk through the steps. This pre-focusing primes your brain for efficient work. Practical tip: before a writing session, outline your points. Before a sales call, review your objectives and potential objections. Disciplined focus isn't just about getting more done, it's about getting the right things done. It's about producing high-quality work, making fewer mistakes, and achieving breakthroughs that chaotic minds can only dream of. Because when you harness the power of silence to fuel your focus, you become a force. You become a creator. You become a dominator. And that, my friends, is the silent path to achieving legendary status. The legacy of quiet strength: make your impact felt, not just heard. One day, people will look back at your life. They'll remember the things you said, the things you did, the impact you made. But most of all, they'll remember the way you made them feel. And your silence, your quiet strength, is part of that legacy. Most people are desperate to be heard. They crave attention, validation, applause. They shout louder. They make more noise. They constantly seek external approval. And in doing so, their message gets lost in the static. Their impact is diluted. Their legacy is forgotten in the next news cycle. But a wolf? A true leader? They understand that real impact isn't always loud. Sometimes the most profound influence is exerted through quiet confidence, through unwavering resolve, through actions that speak louder than any words. Your silence, your refusal to be drowned out by the world's chaos, is a testament to your integrity. It's a reminder that you didn't let the noise of others define you, that you stood tall, stayed strong, and chose peace over conflict, purpose over popularity. Lead by example, the unspoken command. You don't need to yell to lead. Your actions, your composure, your relentless pursuit of your purpose, these speak volumes. When others see your quiet determination, your focused work, your refusal to be swayed by negativity, they will be inspired. They will follow. Practical tip: focus on consistently executing your plan. Your consistency will be your greatest marketing tool. Active listening, the empathetic connection. When you genuinely listen to others without interrupting, without formulating your response, you create a deeper connection. You make them feel valued. This builds trust and loyalty, which are far more powerful than any loud pronouncement. Practical tip: in conversations, focus 80% on listening and 20% on speaking. Ask open-ended questions. Thoughtful contributions, the impactful word. When you do speak, let your words be chosen carefully, powerfully, and with purpose. Because you've cultivated silence, your words will carry more weight. They will cut through the noise and resonate deeply. Practical tip before speaking: ask yourself, is this true? Is this necessary? Is this kind? Is this impactful? Resilience in adversity, the unbroken spirit. When life hits you, when people try to tear you down, your silent strength becomes your shield. Your refusal to react, your ability to maintain composure under pressure, speaks volumes about your character. It shows that you are unbreakable. Practical tip: when faced with challenges, pause, breathe, and respond from a place of calm strength, not reactive emotion. Your legacy isn't just about you, it's about the people who come after you. The ones who look to you for inspiration, for guidance, for strength. Your silence isn't just a response. It's a lesson, a reminder that sometimes the strongest thing you can do is say nothing at all. Because in the end, your silence will break them in ways anger never could. And you'll walk away stronger, wiser, and free. The choice is yours. But remember, silence isn't weakness. It's power. It's strength. It's everything they fear, and it's everything you are. You've heard it all now. The wolf's truth about silence, the blueprint for transforming external noise into inner power, for building an unshakable fortress within your mind, for using strategic silence to dominate every situation. You've learned that clarity is born in calm, that focus is forged in quiet, and that your greatest impact can be made without a single sound. So what's next? I'll tell you what's next. Immediate application, not someday. Because someday is the graveyard of dreams. Someday is where talent goes to die. And someday is the excuse of the weak. Today is a decision. Today is an action. Today is your damn opportunity. Don't just walk away from this video feeling inspired. Walk away transformed. Start right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. C. Take 5 minutes of complete silence. Just breathe. Turn off your notifications for the next hour. Resist the urge to respond immediately to the next email or text. Pause. You don't need a grand retreat to begin. You don't need to move to a mountaintop. You can start building your silent strength right here, right now, in the middle of your noisy damn life. Remember this truth. Engrave it into your very soul. The power is already within you. You just need to tune out the noise to hear it. The world will keep screaming. The critics will keep doubting. The distractions will keep calling. But you will stand firm. You will remain calm. You will choose your path. Because if you choose silence, if you cultivate that inner strength, if you master the art of disciplined focus, you will not only rise above the noise, you will dominate it. You will create a life of purpose, power, and undeniable impact. You will become the unshakable force you were always meant to be. So go out there, embrace the quiet, command your focus, and let your silent strength speak volumes. Your legacy is waiting.